So the Nintendo Switch 2 is now 1 month old. Let's have a quick chat about that. The Switch 2 was Nintendo's long-awaited upgrade to the Nintendo Switch. While a lot of people wanting a Switch Pro throughout its life, eventually I heard the rumors for the Switch Pro die off and the rumors for the Switch 2 ramp up. I think the Switch OLED model had a lot to do with that. I did go to the midnight release at Best Buy and pick up my Switch 2 and, well, I'm happy I did. But at the same time, turns out Nintendo meant it when they said they'd have plenty of stock for the system, as there were hundreds of units at different stores and the stock lasted for a couple days after launch. The midnight release itself was fine. I got there late and had to wait in line for about an hour and a half, then getting the system itself was pretty anticlimactic. Thankfully I didn't have to worry about staples in my screen because some GameStop stores did have issues with that. And overall I was impressed with the system. It's huge in the hands, I love that. And the Joy-Con 2s I can actually see myself using for motion controls and all that. And it just makes handheld mode more comfortable in general. Now the Pro Controller 2 I bought on a whim, saying fuck it the night I pre-ordered the system, which was a whole event of itself too, but I'll stay on topic of controllers for right now. I'm happy I did buy it because this is such an improvement to the Switch 1 Pro controller. It's minor changes, but they add up quickly to make this a vastly superior controller. Just feels good in the hands. It is definitely one of Nintendo's best. The Joy-Con grip this time though, well I got it right here, it's pretty bad. And the big thing about it though, is that it uses magnets, which is great on the system itself, but it leads to this little gap that the Joy-Con 1 grip didn't have, and you can really feel it in the hands. The GameCube controller is great at least. Best GameCube controller I've ever held, though getting into the games, I haven't played any GameCube games yet on Switch 2, there are only 3 right now. I kind of have no reason to play them. Wind Waker's taking a backseat because I'm playing Breath of the Wild Switch 2 edition. If I'm going to play Wind Waker, I'd play the HD version on Wii U too on top of that. Then F-Zero I don't want to play because I have a new Mario Kart, and I've never played Soul Calibur. Maybe I will sometime in the future though, since I have proper access to it now. Mario Kart World is great so far. I like this entry a lot more than Mario Kart 8 and 7 too. 7 never really clicked with me, and while 8 has a lot of content, it too never jived with me. Now people are quick to say Mario Kart World is a ripoff because it has less content than 8, but keep in mind, Mario Kart 8 is a fucking 11-year-old game. It has had a lot of time for all the DLC to be added that people are referencing to on this, and I'm pretty sure Mario Kart World will be getting DLC in the future, and if not, this game's still pretty good quality. Though I did pay $50 getting the bundle, so maybe I have less reason to feel burned than those who may have paid $80. And on that topic, let's not pretend that this is all games on Switch 2 that cost $80 either. They cost $70 now, like on PS5 and Steam, which considering that the games run similar to a Series S or PS4 Pro at the worst, I think that's fair. And no, they don't cost $90 either. The only game outside of Mario Kart for $80 too, or Switch 1 remasters essentially with additional DLC packs bundled in. Though Xbox raising all their prices to $80 is ridiculous, and probably them taking the fact that Nintendo games have always been $10 cheaper since the Wii era. They're taking that too literally because they figured, oh, Nintendo's worth $70 now, so Xbox must be worth $80. No. The Switch 1 games on the new system are great. A lot of them run way better, and the ones with Switch 2 versions have even better performance upgrades. However, that's where I have a problem. Outside Mario Kart World and the soon-to-release DK Bonanza, I mean, this system's essentially the fabled Switch Pro everyone wanted for years. All the major releases are cross-gen, Pokemon Legends ZA, Metroid Prime 4, all the big ones I can think of coming out later this year to Switch 2, also have Switch 1 versions. Now this was kind of a complaint I heard from people during the early days of the Switch 1, Breath of the Wild was on Wii U and you had a lot of Wii U ports. So I'm sure as we get further into the life of the console, we'll see more Switch 2 exclusives, and likely for third-party games, Switch 2 is where it will be at instead of Switch 1. I also think DK Bonanza will ease this a bit, because my main problem is that I just spent a lot of money on a new console with only Mario Kart to show for it. I guess saying Switch 2 Welcome Tour, which I did do a video on. find it in the card up top. I don't know which side it's gonna be on. It was a fine game. Should have been free. Well, hell, I think even $5 would have been easier to swallow than 10. But it was fun. I still stand that if you did buy a Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour, you have no reason to regret it. But at the same time, you shouldn't waste your money. Now, Mario Kart World looks great. I like the course design a lot better than 7 and 8. And while the character select screen is terrible, I do like the selections and the costumes look great. I already know I'll be rocking Aurora Rosalina for a while. I have played some of the game with both my friend Jordan and with family members, and it was good. Good multiplayer. I also played through a lot of the courses solo. The game is fun. I don't mind the intermission courses. I found them to be a lot of fun. And there's even an option to race the tracks normally too. So it's the best of both worlds. Though at the same time, I haven't tried online yet. I heard that's where the problems are, and not with the actual connection like online Nintendo games of yesteryear, but because you don't get the option to race the tracks normally, which is kind of dumb. Hopefully Nintendo fixes that in a patch soon, and maybe makes it so you can do that in the Grand Prix mode as well, just for convenience. Outside of that, the camera is alright. I did mention in the Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour video that I struggled to use it in the one mini game. And I haven't been able to use Game Chat either because my friends don't have a Switch 2 yet themselves. I would say Switch 2 was worth it so far. It has had strong enough launch and the upcoming games are way better on it than Switch 1. So God forbid if this ends up being a Wii U situation, which strong early sales suggest it won't, but if it somehow did, it is still a Switch 1 Pro worst case scenario. It will also have its Nintendo exclusives that will make this purchase worth it as they come out. And I'm planning to play more third-party games on Switch 2 than I did on Switch 1, so I don't know quite yet how that will go, but Switch 2 is off to a strong start, and my opinions are likely to evolve with time. Until then, I hope everyone hoping to find a Switch 2 can find one. I say it is worth it after a month of owning one, so hopefully those who buy it think so too. Here's hoping DK Bananas and Prime 4 are great games for it. And that's about it. Thank you for watching, and we'll have to chat again real soon. Have a good night.